Hi, this is Olivia Weller, student number 226948, and this is my presentation on how the tempo of music can affect sports performance. So, the research was based upon the understanding the effects of different genres of music and how this can affect sports performance. By analysing the difference of high to low tempos can show us how this can have an effect on sports performance. So the research was conducted by using a Wingate and anaerobic testing software, which measured the 5 athletes' power output for a specific genre of music. The athletes did a 10-minute warm-up whilst listening to the chosen genre and a specific song which we had chosen as a group for the project on repeat. And this was then followed by 30 seconds of maximal effort, and this allowed us to measure and compare the differences which different types of genres have on the performance of an athlete. So the aim of the project was to find the best genre suited for improving sports performance. By this we used 3 different genres and then tested their effect on sports performance. This enabled us to draw conclusions as to which genre is best suited for sports performance and how the power output, which is how we measured the different genre, was affected, and therefore in a sporting situation would affect the performance outcome. So the test consisted of 5 athletes with a similar anaerobic ability, with an average height of the individuals being measured at 180 plus or minus 1.25 centimetres, and the average weight being 77 plus or minus 2.18 kilograms, and the average age for the participants was 18 years old. This study used 3 different variables to test the effects it can have on sports performance, and this test consisted of a 10-minute warm-up whilst listening to a specific genre, then followed by a 30-second Wingate test. The independent variable was the control of music being played for each genre chosen and the song selected, whereas the dependent variable was measuring the peak power output, which was measured in watts. The genres chosen were rap, classic, and silent. This compared a range from high to low tempos, as there was the select genres of music incorporated most of the music listened to our test scope, which is college students 17 to 19 years old. 1 song from each genre was selected to use and was used to test each participating subject. These will be the purest representations of the respective genre. So, as shown in the bar chart here, this showed, on average, that rap produced the highest peak power output, meaning this was the genre that had the greatest effect on performance, as the graph shows a visual representation of this. Classic was the second highest in peak power output, then followed by silent. And this answered the questions needed and met all the aims and objectives for the project. So, the findings of the project was that rap produced the highest peak power output, which was the prediction and the hypothesis of the project due to previous research in this area. A project on rap music, as specifically known as Eminem, a very well-known American rapper, can increase athletic performance by 10%, and this is shown in a study which a British open water swimmer is tested. This is why when selecting specific songs for our chosen genre of music, we used Eminem for rap, the song Lose Yourself. The same for classic, we used a song which was used in other studies called My Girl by Otis Redding, which produced the second best peak power output for the tests. And lastly, Silence was produced the lowest response and had the lowest peak power output, which was expected. These types of studies and findings that exist in research into sports science are always improving, and this is down to wanting to create sporting excellence and understanding how this can be done. This type of research can enhance sports performance, as understanding how music can influence the psychological state of an athlete can therefore have an overall effect on their performance. Being able to understand what type of music can do this can have a positive effect on performance and research into this area.